Alright, here we go. Hey, how's it going? So you might think that I'm late for my stream, but actually I'm not. I ended up streaming for 3 hours earlier, and turns out I hadn't turned on the enable auto start setting. So before I continue the current stream, I'll just go ahead and see if it is playing already. It seems to be playing now, and it is following my mouse and everything, so I think we're good to go. So hi, welcome everyone. So this is the current stream where we will be doing videos for cryptids, dinosaurs, and other intriguing ancient beings and creatures, and fictional characters as well. Why not? So what's new? What's new is that we have CDANS 2.0 finally enabled for production. It is, I think, the best video model that I have seen, like the most realistic at least. Like all the video models are pretty good, but this is like one of the most realistic and most physics adherent video models. Like really takes you, like really is like one of those moments where you're like, oh, this doesn't even look like AI anymore. So we will be doing one demo with CDANS 2.0. It's available in both Studio and in the with Genie, which is the agent. So in Studio it will be available in Studio it is available in the image to video, and so you have to create an image first to be able to use it. So you can create an image using any of the models, and then you'll be able to use it. And in the with Genie, with the agent, you can use it for one-shot videos up to 3 minutes long. It's 40 seconds per second of video, and we'll be doing one demo with this setting. So it's best for it's more suitable for like more nature and animal videos, because the classifier is still quite strong. It will reject AI generated images which have like people prominently in the frame, even if it's AI generated. So it's best to do nature videos and like just animal videos, documentaries, etc. So we'll be doing one like prehistoric animal documentary, maybe some dinosaur or some. So we were doing some demos earlier in the day where I thought I was streaming, but actually I was not. But you can see the demos on YouTube. All three of them are there. So we during the earlier session we did 3 demos. We found some issues, some regressions, and we fixed them. And yeah, right now we are good to go. We have the platform stable, both the production and as well as the Samsar monorepo, which is the community standalone build. You can check it out at the GitHub, github.com/samsar1/samsar. It is the same build that we are gonna use for our demo today. We'll be doing the full deployment, including the setup. So it's not running right now. We will run it in a bit. So we should just start off with doing one demo for like an ancient dinosaur. We are doing water, like, so not dinosaurs per se, like aquatic animals from the Jurassic era. So we will be using GPT 5.6 Solve for all our demos today, because like if you're using like the higher end video models, then you should probably just use the best inference model that we have in our repository, which is GPT 5.6 Solve. So because like the price depends only on the video model that you use for the agent, so you can just go ahead and use the one of the best models that we have. Like all the models are good, but like if you're not sure of what to use, just use GPT 5.6 Solve. So we will be using CDANS 2.0 and CDream for the first render, and for the topic theme, we can just go ahead and ask Codex for some topic ideas. Like earlier in the day, we were asking for aquatic dinosaurs. So if some of you might have seen the demo that we did earlier of Ophthalmosaurus, hunter of the Twilight Zone. We might just go ahead and play back in a bit. Let's just do something else. So we had some suggestions here. Let's do like some of the most epic aquatic. So we asked for like the sharks as well, the typical shark, epic age, Jurassic final demos. Yeah, we had asked for sharks as well earlier, so we can do megalodon or something. If we should do one megalodon, right? We haven't done megalodon for in like, yeah, like I don't think we've ever done megalodon. So let's just ask for aquatic animals and I don't know, like aquatic beings from Jurassic era. I don't know what sharks are. Are they fishes or what? Like megalodon, etc. And we should probably go to high, and yeah, we should go to high. We don't need extra high for. So how you would come up with your prompt is you will just ask the Codex for 6 to 10 line prompts without aspect ratio or duration, because aspect ratio and duration you set externally. Just ask it for a prompt, like a detailed prompt on the idea that that you have. So right now we had this idea of giant prehistoric aquatic beings, creatures, right? So we just ask for some ideas, text to video ideas, and once we have it, like, yeah, this looks cool, right? Pilosaurus punke, the whale shark filter feeding fish. Okay, so let's do this. Hi boss, a true Jurassic shark with 2 different teeth. We should do this or we should do this. Or we could just ask for. All right, let's. What are the most epic aquatic being largest carnivorous aquatic beings in history? We just don't do the most epic documentary that we can think of in one shot, in one demo. And this is like actually the first time that we're gonna test. So this is the first test that we're gonna do for CDANS 2.0 in production. We did test in the local Docker installation, but haven't done it with production installation. So we just like did the deployment like an hour ago. So we will just do it right away, like live. And if we have some issues, we will also debug live. So let's just wait for a prompt. So we will do 2, one with CDANS and CDream in production, the latest video model that we have in our arsenal. This one, I think, CDANS is actually CDANS 2.0 is actually supported by both FAL and GMI Cloud. If you see in the code, CDANS 2.0 will be supported by both. You can use either FAL or GMI Cloud. Or you can just use Samsar.js, the fallback key, which supports both, which supports all the models. So it's if you want to use the local standalone installation, you can enable CDANS 2.0 for your installation by either enabling FAL or enabling GMI Cloud or enabling Samsar.js installation. So if you enable GMI Cloud, you will have to run the GenBlaze container, which is also bundled as a part of this repository as well. So we will just wait for, we got some prompts. This one looks interesting, Livethian Melvai. Yeah, so we'll just ask for a prompt, T2B prompt, give me 6 to 10 line text to video prompt for make it epic accurate, thrilling, nature documentary style prompt, suitable for Samsar, suitable for render in Samsar text to video agent. So once we have the prompt, we will start our first ever production agentic run with Cdance 2.0. I think the first ever attempt at running Cdance 2.0 in an agent, because this model is like really hard to get running in an agent, but we got it running somehow. Like we had to like our scaffolding can handle a lot of things, so we got it running, and we're gonna do our first Cdance 2.0 run in production. We have done a few in the standalone, but this is the first time we're gonna try doing this in the production, and we'll also add a CTA because why not? So Cdance 2.0 is now available. The model composable, visualize anything framework. Alright, so we're gonna start our run 916 Cdream Cdance. So we could actually, if you want more and accuracy, you could go with GPT based. Let's just go with Cdream because it works well with Cdance. So we will just go GPT 5.6 all, and alright, so so we have to upload the CTA URL as well. Just upload the Samsar logo and then submit. Alright, so we got our first run going. This is gonna be the Cdance 2.0 plus Cdream setting, 1 minute render, portrait, English, no subtitles. For the second run, we will be now showing you how you can connect your own GPU using with the Samsar client, basically this monorepo. So you can just clone this monorepo and use your own GPU to offload certain tasks that you want to use your own GPU for, and then use public adapters for everything else. So when you use the Samsar monorepo, it is not built at the Samsar monorepo side. It's not built at the app side. You will directly connect your configs via API keys or config settings, and then you will be billed for usage at your provider side. So if you were able to reduce some of your provider API calls by using your own GPU for certain things, then you can run the entire stack with state-of-the-art public adapters while using your own GPU for tasks which are feasible. For example, someone might just have one gaming GPU 5090, which is not enough to run the entire stack, but definitely enough to run like one stage like text to image with Flux 2 or something. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. We will be running the Samsar monorepo locally, and here we have it already. We have two terminals for some reason. Okay, so close the other ones. So we will be using the setup wizard script to start the setup terminal while the other thing is running. So we are now starting the wizard. Now we have it. So it's still like using some old container. We'll unlock. We will just delete and recreate because we don't want to use the old volumes. We're gonna do a fresh restart. So the reason we saw this view was that it had like the old container still running. So if you were to do a fresh install, this is the view you will see after you ran the setup script, the localhost 8089, which gives you the option to enter all the configs that you want. You can either enter via secret key strings, or you can use bash variables so that you can enter values that are in the shell without exposing them or like typing them into the text boxes. So we will be using GMI API key. We will be using GMI, Samsar, and FAL. So I just show you like all the options that are available if you were to enable all of these keys. So GMI will enable GPT, Gemini, Quen, inference, image models, video models, and speech models. I think it will enable 11 labs speech. Samsar will enable all the API keys across. Like it will enable all the models, including inference, video, image, etc. And FAL will enable all the media models. So even if there is like you already have a model enabled, it's if you enable multiple adapters for the same model, then it will use it. It will route the requests intelligently across the adapters that you have added to like reduce, like to parallelize your requests even further, make your inference even faster, and reduce the chances of getting hit by rate limits or intermittent issues that sometimes happen with certain providers. So we're gonna add GMI, I think it's GMI, yeah, it's GMI, $GMI API key, and then we will add Samsar API key, and we will add FAL API key. We'll continue. FAL API key is not set to empty, so we'll just remove FAL API key because we don't have it here. Or we could just set it though. Yeah, we'll just set it. We will just pause the transition, the thing, and then we will set it. So making sure we are paused. Yeah. Are we paused? Not sure. Maybe not. Oh, we are not paused yet. We have to transition, right? We did transition. Alright, so we will just, or maybe we'll just ask this to, we were setting this thing, FAL API key. We were setting $FAL API key in Docker installation standalone. However, this is not set in shell. Can we? So we'll just leave. Yeah, we'll just ask it to do it, but we'll not, because we'll have to restart the container again if we were to add another shell environment variable. Can we set it in shell for future usage? Use.m.production for reference. Alright, so we'll just let it be and we will resume the stream. Scene 1, scene 2, transition. Okay. So yeah, we will just use Samsar and GMI API key for this setup. Continue. So this setup minimally enables all of the adapters and models that you would need possibly. Studio is free, Emulator is free, API is free. Recommendations and search will require OpenAI credentials to be added because it uses OpenAI embeddings. So once you add OpenAI embeddings via either OpenAI adapter or via GMI Cloud adapter or via Samsar JS adapter, recommendation and search will also be enabled. Inference is like all 4 are enabled. Assistant, all 4 are enabled. Model, all models are enabled. All video models are enabled. Lip sync models are all enabled. TDS, all 3. Sound effect, we have 2 supported adapters, both enabled. Generative media, Lyria, and 11 Labs music, both enabled. Continue. So we're gonna use the defaults: local MongoDB, local mini.io. So there was like another intermittent issue that we faced earlier with GMI Cloud not accepting like local tunnel URLs, frequently failing. So we fixed it afterwards. So GMI Cloud provides an endpoint that allows you to send request bytes instead of early request public URL, and then it will give you a public URL. So we have this fallback now for GMI Cloud so that it doesn't fail for this stuff. So we can just use local mini.io, local browser setup, or you can use Backblaze or external S3 CloudFront credentials if you want persistent storage. So we don't want email, we don't want to enable Nginx. We'll just use like a normal admin password, like like if you wanted to use like if you wanted to uh, use Nginx reverse proxy and then like forward your installation on a public IP, then I would recommend setting up a stronger admin password. If you're just like doing it on your local installation with no ports open, then it's fine to use a weaker password. So this will take a little bit of time, because it didn't actually, because it was actually pretty fast. It started the containers pretty fast. So I thought it would take. So early in the morning we had to like it took a little bit of time to rebuild the GenBlade container, because I think they had pushed like upstream changes, but now it was like really fast this time, so it's fine. And let's see how this is doing. So here we have already crossed the inference stage, and we are at the it was super fast. We are at the image generation stage. It's using GPT 5.6 Solve for inference. Probably the best model setting when you're not sure what to use. And now for this local Docker installation as well, we already reached the localhost 3000 stage, where now we can start creating renditions. So let's close some of the earlier stuff before we begin, so we don't get confused where we were. This is live stream. So yeah, this is our new setup, which we just set up using Docker localhost. So if you can set up using your own credentials, here you see which adapters we have enabled. Here you see that you don't get charged here for the standalone installation. All the billing is happening on the provider side. You will see usage logs here once you start making usage, detailed usage log based on the provider and model and how much was consumed. I think the best usage log across the industry, and it's just a side project. So we got like two providers enabled, and we got custom adapters where you will see all the models that you have along with the adapters. You can drag and drop the adapters to like change the preference of which adapter it should use. So like here we have two adapters for a bunch of models. So if you could like drag and drop to like change the order of preference of the model. So for this one, we will be using a custom text to image model, which is basically like a GPU that you could have of your own, or a third party GPU instance that you're running. So we already have like a script for this. So we will just in Samsar mono repo, we want to run the script that starts that sets up vast.ai flux to instance, and adds that as a model, as an image model setting in the local Docker instance. So we already have the API key instance in the shell. So we already have the script as well in the monorepo. So we will just I think reference the script inside the monorepo. The script is inside the Samsar monorepo. We want to reference from there. So I think there's like two scripts. I just want to use the correct one, the latest one that's inside the monorepo. Yeah, it's in the utils folder. So once we have that script, we will run that to showcase how you could possibly use something like that to connect your own GPU instance. Yep, that's one. So like this one is gonna use the on-demand RTX 5090 at vast.ai. Since I don't have a local GPU, but if you had a local GPU 5090, you could just use like create like a API server wrapper, like a Flask or fast AI API wrapper over the GPU, and then you could use that for image text to image tasks, or use that for LLM tasks. I think for LLM, just make sure that the LLM inference you're using supports the JSON response, like structured request and response. And also, I would recommend use the best narrative inference models for the text to image, like for the storyline, just general narrative generation, because that's the most heavy lifting part of the entire pipeline. And if there's errors in the structure of the JSON, and it enters into retry loops, then it just degrades the quality of your narrative and your entire rendition. So I think it's fine to use for text to image, and even for image to video, it's fine if you have your own GPU rig. If you can hook up Cosmos 3 on your own GPU, you can run it. But I think for inference, you should use the best public SOTA model. If you can run Kimi K3 on your local, that's fine too. Even Qwen 3.8 is fine. Qwen 3.7, we were seeing a lot of issues with JSON structure, but Qwen 3.8 works better with our harness, all the validations that we made, all the edge cases that we have handled. But yeah, if you want the best inference, it's best to use GPT 5.6 Sol. I think in our experience that works the best. But Qwen and Kimi K3 also work pretty good. So we are just asking it to, oh yeah, it ran it. So we were just asking it to asking for the name of the script, but actually it ran the script. It's fine, we were gonna run it anyways. So yeah, there's a configure Samsar flag which will provision the RTX 5090, and it will just connect it. So once it's connected, we will see it here available. So it's funny because we were just gonna ask it for the script, but it just ran it. Just saved us a bunch of time, I guess. So here we are already at the it's dark though. I don't know why it's dark. Should we refresh? Let's refresh this page. Something is broken here for this session. So we just started our the first Seedream session, Seedream 2.0 for production. We were doing Seedream. So I know what is broken. So it is using the bytes thing instead of the video. It might be just broken the preview, but we need to see. Dance 2.0. So I just told you that we were using a fallback for GMI Cloud for Dance 2.0 GMI Cloud. It seems the image preview is broken for all images, and video preview isn't playing either. It should be using the normal S3 plus CloudFront URLs for preview. Perhaps the internal implementation is working and no errors internally, but verify that for production it sent the CloudFront URL to all public adapters and not bytes for image. Do not make code changes or deployments yet. Just let me know if this is issue with preview only or actual pipeline is broken for GMI cloud. So there's an issue with the preview for sure. The preview is not playing, but I'm not sure if it's an issue just with the preview or so. The issue with the regression that happened is because of the fix that we made earlier for GMI cloud. It wasn't accepting the local public URL, so we had to like use the bytes endpoint, which actually I think broke the the production GMI cloud implementation as well, because in production we actually want to use the public URL that CloudFront generates and not send a bytes representation. So yeah, we need to bifurcate this. I think it is just a preview issue and not an actual implementation issue. We'll find out soon enough. So this, I think this script ran already. The one to run to do the lost it again. Vast AI Flux 2. No, it's still running. So this script will create a vast.ai, the vast.ai instance. So it will tell me what the pricing is, what the ceiling is, and everything else. We just need to see what the issue is. The images are not visible in the client preview. We need to make sure that the image correct was sent to the image to video adapter. Also, the video preview is not visible in client. Both image and video preview should use the public CloudFront URL. This is Samsar production deployment, which uses S3 plus CloudFront. So I'm guessing this is like a client side only issue. We'll find out. I just paused it while we check. Cdance should have received a CloudFront image URL. The preview issue should be separate and should be fixed separately. Probably don't make code changes yet. So we got a preview issue in the client with the after latest changes because of the from the adapter. So we're just gonna fix this client side issue real quick for the preview for this adapter. So So this one already created the VAST instance and it's now connecting. So this is the first attempt at running CDANS 2.0 in the production pipeline, and we ran into a slight issue with the preview. We're gonna fix it, like do a live hotfix right now, and then we'll do one more to verify that everything is like good, like perfectly as we would want for the new adapter and the new model. The new model that we support now is CDANS 2.0, the first, I think, agent in the world to support CDANS 2.0, because it's like notoriously hard to put inside an agent. So we're gonna just fix this UI issue real quick before we continue. CDANS 2.0 is supported by both via both FAL adapter and via GMI Cloud and GenBlaze adapter. So if you were using the GitHub public monorepo, you could either enable it via FAL or via GenBlaze or via Samsar JS. All three adapters are supported and possible to include in. So we will verify that the issue is indeed limited to client side, because the image preview was showing up previously. So I do think that this issue is limited to like client side preview issue. We'll find out. So the GPU is booting. So this script will provision a new GPU. You can check it out to see how, if you have like a provisioned GPU and you already have like an API wrapper over it that can accept a request payload. Like you should have like Flux running and like NVIDIA SMI and everything, and then you can like create a fast API wrapper, an API wrapper over it with 3 URLs for submission of requests, for polling the status, and for requesting the result. And once you have that, you can just add that in the client, in the Samsar client or via config, and then you have your own GPU working in conjunction with the remainder of the pipeline, which calls the state-of-the-art public adapters. We just have to make sure that this is indeed what we thought it is. And here we are setting up a Flux API to use our local image model with the state-of-the-art public adapters. We should probably make it faster. Too slow. Did the GMI job get the correct public URL? So this is like a regression that happened after our latest change. Alright, so the GMI got the correct URL. So the issue is like thankfully only limited to client side, so we don't have to rerun pipeline stages. So alright, so let's just fix the client side thing. We can just resume this. Can you make the fix on required to get the correct URL on Samsar client for the status request? It should get the same authenticated CloudFront URL for preview as it was getting before. No changes in the service adapter pipeline. Alright, so it should already be changed for Samsar client and for Samsar processor. So we made a change to GMI cloud for the Docker instance, where we were allowing public instance which are not S3, and we accidentally broke the production instance GMI cloud, where the URLs are S3 and CloudFront. So it's only a view like status endpoint change. So the status is now returning like the status signing path. So we can actually resume this while it is because we know that it is not a big deal, even though so all the videos are already done, and we just have to resume and finish the video. We will do another one which will show the preview also fixed. So like this is only like a UI only issue. We just have to verify that this is indeed the case. And here for the second one, we have the flux, and the script will generate a real image before touching the look. So we have the flux service running. So now that we have our own service running for image, you can like generate as many images as you want. Like you're not gonna get billed per image. So for high volume tasks, like if you're enterprise and you have really high volume tasks, just run your own GPU server, and then for $2, it's $4 an hour, you can generate 1,000 images by Flux 2, or like something better if you can. So we have this one running processor AWS test. Alright, so we'll just wait for this to finish, I guess, before we sync and deploy. Actually, we can just sync and deploy because this is a task in a different service. So we actually just can, or we can just wait for it to finish. So the Flux waits are still loading at 4 minutes. Okay, so can we now run the script to sync Samsar production with source projects, then push to Git, and then in remote pull from Git and redeploy. This is Samsar production deploy sync script. So we have a sync script that we'll run, which will now redeploy the client, so that we can get over this issue that we just had. Like it's just a client side issue, but it would be nice that for it to not happen again. This was a regression that happened after the GMI Cloud CDANS 2 in production deployment, which we just now fixed. This loading preview media was broken because we were using bytes, like we were sending bytes to the GMI Cloud instead of the URL in another path, which was the standalone Docker path for public URLs, which we're using tunneled URLs, and we accidentally broke the S3 CloudFront path for production. Because we just added this one right like 1 hour ago. So we will just deploy the Flux. So for our local installation, we are connecting Flux. So once the Flux is added and connected, it will show up here, and we can use it for our local text to image work. Oh, it shouldn't be using ultra, it should be using high. Stop it, don't use ultra. I'll eat up all my credits. So like the localhost 3000 is basically running this monorepo code. You can also run it, is fully configurable with all of these adapters, OpenAI, Google Cloud, Kimi K3, Alibaba Cloud, Samsar JS, which is universal fallback, GMI Cloud, which we were showcasing just now, FAL, Open Router, 11 Labs, and Runway ML. You can add some or all of these to create a minimal full stack configuration that you can then use to run text to video and image to video pipelines. So we are just gonna wait for the so it is downloading Flux 2. So we just ran the script which downloads Flux 2 and provisions it on a remote vast.ai 5090 instance. You can, if you have your own, you can use a similar setup script to connect your own GPU instance via an API wrapper to the Samsar JS standalone monorepo. That will allow you to use, like for this stage, for example, this basically the generate image stage, Q scale images. You can use your own GPU while using state-of-the-art public adapters for every other stage. So this is done now, but it still doesn't have the URL, so we have to fix it. We'll have to like wait for it to give us the correct URL. It's not giving the correct URL in the preview. We need to fix this one first. The final video is also not giving the correct URL now for the latest session, perhaps related to GMI cloud only, integration only, or perhaps happens across. Make sure this issue is also fixed for Samsar production. We are not yet running the latest deployment. We saw this issue in previous build. So there is so we'll just fix this one. Production uses short-lived CloudFront URLs, while the previous build could bucket the expiration too coarsely and not return a URL that was already expired. So I'm not sure if so the issue is for sure just the client, like we can just check if it is also an issue in the studio, if it is running the if it is running the correct, yeah, fail to load image. So basically some regression in getting the URL from like it. If you see here, you'll see all of the images. It cannot. So we're using like we're using signed URLs now. So some issue with getting the signed URLs correctly. Some issue with the signing logic for the URL. I wonder how it was able to send it to the GMI cloud adapter though. Maybe it was using the other other endpoint method to just give it the raw bytes and then get the URL and then use that. And maybe that's the reason why the public. Yeah, I think I got it, why the CloudFront URL expired. So it was using this alternate method for GMI Cloud to send it the bytes, and which caused the public URL to expire. So this should probably get fixed afterwards. And once we have the flux to cleared over cache. So there's some caching issue with the DNS. That's why the Mac cannot connect to our GPU instance that we just configured. So we're gonna wait for the Flux to server to come fully online. Once it's online, we will be able to see it here. So it already came online. So in my Mac it says some host is cached, which is why it has to clear that, and then it will run the configure Samsar with the alright, so this should now resolve, I guess. Okay, it resolves now. So this is the final video. So it was just a preview issue.
Tail strokes drive its roughly 15-meter bulk. The smaller Mysticete banks hard as pressure builds. Both jaws bear rooted teeth.
So we asked it specifically not to include violence or like gore, so that's why it will not include like it's just like the GPT 5.6 all, it's like really prompt adherent. So if you tell it not to include gore, it will not. Like it will create the storyline without like actual like biting or eating scenes. So it's pretty good for creating high quality documentary style anime, not anime, basically just documentary style videos. So this was right by Levithian. So we just add this while we're at it. So we should have probably like started off with yeah. So we said no gore, so that's why I didn't add gore. So it's like really prompt adherent. If we had not said no gore, it would have added some gore. So yeah. And then we got Sea Dance plus Sea Dream. Rendered via Samsar T2V text to visualize anything framework. So So just wait for the preview to appear before we go on, and we will start another one, something more interesting. We'll probably use another model too, maybe GPT Image 2. It's really good, GPT Image 2. And CDance 2.0, of course, is like the best model that we have seen so far in certain ways, certain aspects. Let's do Megalodon, right? We haven't done Megalodon for a while. Like, we haven't done Megalodon ever. Or maybe we just did too many oceanic stuff. Maybe we just do something else. I don't know. Let's do Megalodon or... we don't want to include people because like we don't want to do like Jurassic Park because that just increase the chances of refusal, and we don't want refusal right now during demo. It will not have refusals. I think the classifiers have like relaxed a lot. So yeah, let's do this, right? Let's do woolly mammoths, or let's do Allosaurus or we just want to do one more demo with this seed model before we switch to something else. What should we do? Like I've been thinking of all the things that we can do. Mammoths in the ice blizzard. We can do anime as well. It will do really good anime. All right, let's do mammoths in the ice blizzard. GPT Image 2 plus seed. Alright, so this is mammoths in the ice blizzard, 1 minute duration. The inference is GPT 5.6 Sol, and it's a 1 minute render, and we will add a CT as well because why not. Let's just also publish this one while we are at it. Alright, so this mammoths in the ice blizzard Seedance is now available. Prompt to visualize anything at all. Alright, Seedance is now available. Seedance 2.0 GPT 5.6 inference. Should we add like models here or not? The Seedance 2.0 GPT 5.6. Dream. I always get confused between Dream and Seedance. Seedance, Dream, GPT Sol. Alright, has a nice ring to it. Okay, let's do this now. Mammoths in the ice blizzard. And here we should now be having our own, we should already be having our own vast.ai. Alright, so it's running now, and here we should see. So now that we have our own, so this is a custom adapter, so this is running on our own GPU. So we just provisioned a custom file like a vast.ai flux2 server via the script, and let's just test it real quick. Like, it doesn't cost us anything, we're already running the server. And epic mountain frontier, frozen peak, the abominable snowman holds a banner, flux, bring your own GPUs, to Samsar framework, Samsar the framework. Just test it real quick before we run our text. So this is like running running on our own GPU instance. So totally works. Like Flux 2.0 not that great at maybe text. Maybe we could use text Flux 3, but like you have to provision bigger GPU, I guess. I don't know if Flux 3 is open source or not. And you can also use like public adapters for everything else. Everything is just like a matter of provisioning. So you can also use this model in the express pipeline. So we'll just do like a tiny demo with Cosmos 3 via Samsar, and Flux via your own custom GPU. Just like a tiny demo, 30 seconds is fine. And like we could just do like a 10-second demo, right? Why even 30 seconds? It's like a demo. So Cloudpunk, beautiful Cloudpunk movie. Zeppelin flies by over an enchanted island with the banner, bring your own GPUs and custom and models to Samsar the framework. Bring your own GPUs and custom models to Samsar the framework. Basically just a demo where we show how I don't even know what the inference model was. It's GPT 5.6 Sol. So just like a tiny demo to showcase to you that the Flux 2 how it works. And here we are doing one more demo with GPT 5.6 Sol, this time with GPT Image 2 and CDAMS 2.0. I really do hope we have credits left in I forgot to like refill credits for the GMI Cloud adapter. I might have to do it. So if we run into issues, I will top up the credits. I shouldn't have to, but then yeah, we might have to. So we will, while these two are running, we can just go ahead and go through the code and tell you what's happening right now. So for this render, right now it is creating the narrative generation, where it creates a theme, basically draws from your prompt and creates a theme JSON, which the theme JSON is basically like the setting, the period, the characters, and just a basic outline of the story, and like how the visuals will appear, what the genre of the movie is, and what the constraints are. That's in custom. Then there is narrative JSON. Narrative JSON is basically the transcript of the story, which will contain like a set of visuals, which is like a description of the visual, which will be used to create the starting image for the visual. Then it's got sounds which are connected to the visual. So each sound has to be, so the sound can either be background track, which is like across the session, or it could be a speech or a sound effect which is connected to a particular scene. So a speech could either be a narration or like character dialogue. So all of this is handled automatically within the pipeline to create the final rendition in one shot for you guys. So interestingly, it is not showing me the preview. So I just need to verify that this is running. We started a new session local with local standalone Docker installation. This is with custom image model Flux 2. However, I am not seeing. It might be the same issue that we just fixed for the production. The preview for the image in the oh, it actually showed up. Oh, it just was an intermittent thing, I guess. Just wait. Yeah, it shows up. It's fine. It's panicking too fast, man. This is using like the local model, local Flux 2 model. I like Flux 2 is a little bit dated. You could probably use Flux 3 as well. So this is like this is just a demo where we showcase to you how you could potentially connect your own GPU, your own model to the pipeline. Just offload use your own GPU where you can, and offload everything else to the production to state of the art public adapters and pipelines, and you have all the options in the world for models and for adapters, and in one open source product. Samsar, the world's first and only text to video framework capable of creating videos up to 3 minutes long, built from ground up just for this purpose. What standards does it follow? It doesn't really follow any standards because there's nothing like this in the world right now. So just like setting its own standards right now. We have our own schema, which is right now in JavaScript, because we wanted to explore while we were building. We didn't want to be constrained by types. So because we were really like discovering a new schema for like creating this one-shot text to video with optional post-processing instead of the usual like stitching together scenes in the studio approach. So we couldn't really define any standards for the structure. So we came up with our own JSON structure for session for how it would be most optimally structured for this kind of operation. And we currently, it's like JavaScript mongoose schema. Basically that's the standard that we have for session. We will be using types in a bit now that we have like the product is fully stable, and that we have the schema fully defined and fully hashed out. We could possibly use types and like sort of standardize it that as a next step. If you want to check out the Samsar standard, you can check out here in services. Samsar process. Go to processor. Go to SRC. Go to schema. So this is basically the standard, right? That would be video session. So this is the basically the contract that it follows every session, be it narrative, branched video, a single video, or like a session video or agent video. Even the interactive videos that are created via Timochi Learn, the branched videos with multiple outcomes, they too follow the same standard, the video session standard. So yeah, like, and we could like potentially, like, this is right now there's like those types, but not really typed, strongly typed. But yeah, we have enough typing. So the point was to get enough typing to have some structure, but not enough to get in the way of like figuring out the best and the most optimal way to store this data structure, and to be able to work on it, like be able to really like replay all the state and be able to like minutely manipulate all of the state. So this is the one that we came up with eventually. So this is doing AI video now, and here we got audio generation failed for app.generate. So something happened here. The audio generation failed. 11 labs music generation failed. Oh, so it's using the incorrect adapter, I guess. Or for this session, 11 labs music generation failed in production. It should be forwarding music requests to Samsar JS and not attempting to use GMI cloud. Is this the issue, or is the issue something else, such as insufficient credits? So it could be that it's using the 11 labs adapter and we forgot to recharge the 11 labs adapter, so it might just be that. We'll just check. This is in Samsar production. Go for fast, okay. So this is probably a regression with the new adapter that we added. It's like trying to use the new adapter for 11 labs music generation when it should have stuck with the old adapter. So we just figure out what the issue is. This is in Samsar production, remote it's looking for the local Docker deployment. This one is done now, like the Flux2 thing that we asked for. So yeah, we asked for a 10-second render. It just clipped it to 5 seconds, whatever. So basically you can create like longer ones using like with this using this setting, just like create like 3 minutes. So we're just using Flux2 for demo. You could use better models, like Flux3 also open source, I guess. There are other open source models as well that you can use. NVIDIA Cosmos 3 has an open source model which is really good. So you can use any of these open source models if you have extra GPUs or GPU rings lying around, while still using Samsar JS pipeline for the remainder of the tasks. So we'll just real quick figure out what happened here with the audio generation. So it probably like routed to a different adapter which doesn't have the after the audio path finalized, and then the CDN the CDN cache prime call returned 403. No, this is fine. This is fine. Samsar production always uses local path. You need to figure out why CloudFront returned 403. Was this credential issue or intermittent So I think it was an intermittent issue with CloudFront upload, with the S3 upload failing, or with the CloudFront priming, and we didn't handle it like for against, like we didn't do a back off retry to handle this. So we need to add like a back off retry for this part, and then resume the session for this, like just resume. So I'm guessing it's just like intermittent upload, or warm, like 4 or 3 intermittent that happens with CloudFronts. Because this path usually works. Like I've never seen. Mm, so again, it's an TTL issue with the CloudFront signing. Um, yeah, we need to like use a better like signing logic. It happens like, so we initially had like sign always when fetching, which was like too much signing. Then we had like a 15-minute expiry for signature, which like there's like a issue with like some URLs are expired as soon as they're created. So there's like an issue with the seed and the timer of the signing, which is. Yes, please make the fix. Please, please make the fix wherever needed. Then run the Samsar production sync script. Then to sync Samsar production and deploy to production container. After deploy, please attempt to re-upload the 11 Labs music track and resume the session using the normal surrender pipeline path. Do not attempt to redo any stage that is already completed. So we have encountered this issue, the CloudFront signature issue with production often. It's because we've tried to like aggressively make it more secure, like have it like only provide signed URLs for CloudFront and for S3 for production, because we have like a couple of enterprise proof of concepts going on. So, and it actually kind of broke some of the stuff with very aggressive expiry of the signature. So we just have to do one more run to maybe relax the signature, and if it. So for the local Samsar standalone Docker installation, we do not enforce signed URLs. Both B2 Cloud and local clouds provide public URLs when requested via tunnels. So it's only for production that we enforce signed URLs, and there's like some regression in that logic across some projects. So we just want to fix this. Like we have been fixing this. We fixed one issue in the last session, and we are fixing one more in this session. So. We just let this continue. It will just do its. So the good thing is with our if there's is an intermittent issue with either, if you have an intermittent issue in the production, you can just create a ticket. You can create a ticket on GitHub. If you are having issue in the in the uh, uh, open source repository. We don't have a support page here for now, but I will be adding a support page soon, so that users can create tickets in the support page as well. You can also ask the assistant for questions that you have. The assistant has a lot of context in system prompts and also in general about the project, so you can ask a lot of questions to the assistant. And if you have if you need assistance, you can also join the Discord. The the Discord invitation is on the website in the contact section. I don't really use the project Discord too often, but if there's like users who have questions, they can join and ask questions. So we're just gonna wait for the CloudFront fix to deploy. So it's just so there's like a node version mismatch between our local and the production. So it just always runs into this like a node version mismatch, and it like changes node version. It takes a bit of time. So we might as well one of these days update the node in our local. But today is not that day. So this is done now. The redeploy is running. And once the redeploy finishes, this should automatically resume. So the music generation failed. The music generation didn't fail. The music upload failed. The upload failed because the CloudFront S3 URL had expired. So we just showed you how you could connect your own GPU. So this is running on our own custom GPU, and this is like free because you're paying for a machine instance. So just create as many images as you want when you're bored. Just use a better model. I'll do one with Cosmos Super as well if I have a bigger instance. S3 plus CloudFront secure URLs in production server of flag on a mountain with the banner. I'm just gonna use my GPU instance that's running on vast.ai to create random images while we are waiting. So this is done now. Is it done? I don't know. Yeah, it's not done yet. So there's this new thing that happens in Codex where the latest session goes to the bottom for some reason. So once this resume completes, it will automatically So so you see Flux 2 is not the latest model. It's like almost 2 years old. You can create a new. I wonder how much GPU does Cosmos 3 image. How much GPU does Cosmos 3 text to image require? What is recommended machine type for Cosmos 3 text to image? Like if we have like much better models than this in our production repository. So we can probably like so Cosmos 3 will require like a GPU workstation. Maybe let's see how much does it require. So this should now resume, I guess. Yep. No, it's not yet resumed. Let's see when it resumes. So how much does Cosmos 3 require? So it requires 2 into H200, 1 into H200. Yeah, that's a big machine. Like if you have that, you can run Cosmos 3 Super text to image. If not, you can use the state-of-the-art public pipeline to use the metered APIs for everything. Just make sure that the music gets saved again, and once it does, we will resume the session. We might as well do one more if we have time. So I just showed you the like, ask it what's the best open source, what's the best open source image model that can run on a 5090. So I'm just like giving you some options that you like. This is the implementation, it's already done. It's again model and adapter agnostic, so you can just hook up any image model or any model for any part of the pipeline that you want to use your open source GPUs for, open source like your own personal GPUs for. So I just check which is the best, most recommended model for 32 like 5090 machine. So the recovery succeeded and the pub 11 labs was primed, so this should now go away, I hope. Yeah, so the recovery is succeeded and now it's already in the AI video generation stage. So the issue basically was about the 11 labs music URL, the CDN URL expired. So we will just let it run for a little bit before we stop. We don't want to use too many. So yeah, we can use HiDream 01, right? And ZImage Turbo. Yeah, you could use ZImage Turbo as well. Like I've seen some images from ZImage Turbo, pretty good. And HiDream, I remember it was quite good. Flux 2 Dev also, like the one that we're using. So the Flux 2 Client 9B is the one that we're using right now. I mean, it's a good model, but not that like it just won't do text. The text will get like the same, but actually it's a good model. Like if you add more scenes, a flag on a mountain in a beautiful in a fascinating elvish town. It does good images, it just won't do text. Like Flux 2, I think Flux 2 Client 4B is like the state of the art for open source on a 5090 based on, see, it's like a really good model that just won't do text, which is fine. We don't really want text. Like why did it move it here? We actually, it's an issue, right? We asked it for here. Dancer and a dragon in a celestial mountain. It does really good images. Just the text coherence is not as great as some of the latest models. It does really good models, really good images. Fast kingdom below the mist and a above and under the river. And so fast too. It's like you are. See, it's like I wonder why it does this though. Oh, because we don't select it. Okay, got it. So like we have to select the new session. So yeah, it does really good images. Group of knights holding the banner of Valar. Yeah, see the text will get messed up, but like it's actually I know why it happens like this. We have to do like this. Knights charge into battle in a muddy swamp under stormy clouds. And like I've seen what's happening here, like it moves the session layer up for some reason. Let's see, yeah, like it will. So and once you have this this image, you can also generate the video for this. You have so many models for the image to video stage. So once you have the image on the same frame, you can also generate the video just by clicking on generate video, and you can check the start frame. If you uncheck the start frame, it will not use the start image, otherwise we'll use the start image to do image to video, otherwise just do text to video. So yeah, I saw this this issue that we were seeing before, where it would jump back to the previous layer once you added a layer and enter the text prompt. So I'll fix that afterwards, and after we are done with this demo, or we can just fix it right now. So what's the issue that we are seeing? The issue that we are seeing is when you add a layer below current, when you add a layer below an empty layer, it doesn't add a layer first. Yes. It does though, but like it doesn't scroll down though. Like it should have the scroll thing. It's gone, the scroll thing. Right? Like it should have like 9 layers. So you see there's like 9 layers, but when you're adding the layers, it doesn't show, it doesn't dynamically rearrange this view. We have to refresh. So I just found the issue. Let's fix this. In Samsar client, when adding a layer by clicking on add layer below the current layer, it does not dynamically rearrange the heights of the current layer cells in the left panel and the So we just saw this issue where when you add a new layer below current, it doesn't like rearrange the heights of the current layers. It will do it on refresh, but or not when you do it on the first time. So it will do it like it will it I already added the layer, but it's got hidden clipped below, and there's no way to see it. So I just asked it to fix it. So we'll fix that in a bit. And also ensure no deployments, or maybe we will it's fine to do deployments, so we'll just do play.
Family herd crosses the steppe in midwinter. Their trunks probe snow above a concealed frozen river.
Is some real next level realism here?
The mother faces the wind and shelters her calf. The
So yeah, this is like we like crossed like some kind of event horizon with this model. It seems like it's
family
like
herd crosses the steppe in midwinter.
so this model costs incurs like what this
Their
model
trunks
incurs 40
probe
credits
snow
per second,
above a concealed
$0.4 per second. So 10 like 10 second 100-second video would be $40, and it's like Hollywood grade, what production grade, enterprise grade video production just from text prompts. And if I don't think you will ever need to reroll the image as well, because it's so adherent to the text prompt and to the requested action that you will probably never need to reroll. And it's just CDANS 2.0. CDANS 2.5, once we have it, it will be even better within our agentic framework. And you can also use other models like Happy Horse, VO 3.1, Cosmos 3, which are also really good. You can see some demos in our it's like you don't need to. I'll just do it afterwards. I don't want ChatGPT. I don't want this thing to be going on right now. We'll just finish this one. And there is like, yeah, I just saw this issue with the can you, okay, all right, just continue then. I just don't want it to do it right now. Okay, you can all right, you can use this session in Chrome user tab 1, which already has many layers. Adding a new layer below just hides the new layer instead of adjusting the heights of existing layers. Yeah, we'll just do it. Let it, like, we just gave it a session, like, hey, this is the session, now you can use this as an example and fix the issue while this is going on as well. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll just ask it not to capture browser. Also, please don't capture browser. Browser window, we are doing something else. Yeah, it will figure it out. So we're just waiting for this one to finish. We encountered a small issue with this one, like a regression with our which happened because of our basically we made the S3 and CloudFront links for production secure, but the seed was too, like, it was expiring the URLs too aggressively on one end and not really requesting a new URL that often on the other end, which was causing this period where the URL would get expired as soon as it was created in certain cases. So we saw it twice and we fixed it in both cases. I don't think it's happening anywhere else because we haven't seen it in other instances or other examples. So I think we're good to go for the most part. And the good part about CDance 2 is it also does sound effects natively. So if it were a sound effect scene, you do not need to do sound effects as a separate stage of the pipeline. It will just happen as part of this pipeline itself. So it's faster and better and more natural sound effects than you would if you had to do it via an external sound effect library. So I think CDance 2.0 have the VO 3.1 and I think Kling as well, Kling 3.0 Turbo. All three of these models support sound effects natively. So even in our framework, the Samsar framework, these three models support sound effects natively, and if you were to use it, you wouldn't need to use sound effects external, like external sound effects request in the pipeline. You can just use the sound effects that are natively generated as part of the video model. So it's faster and better and more optimal. This costs 40 credits per second if you were using it in our agentic framework, or you can just connect your own FAL adapter or your own GMI cloud adapter and clone the repository to get the exact same performance in your own machine. Connect your own GPUs where you can, and use state-of-the-art public adapters for everything else. Like it's the agentic framework from the future, and we will showcase you one last demo before we sign off for today. Like we did one long ass demo in the morning, but we just forgot to turn on the enable auto capture thing on the YouTube channel live broadcast dashboard, which is why we are doing a second one. So it's anyways good to do a second one because the first one we just like had a rehearsal and we encountered like a tiny issue there as well, which we fixed with a regression which happened after we included GMI cloud adapters. Like it happened for GPT inference in GMI cloud adapters because we are passing in the max token payload parameter as part of another adapter that we had added, open router. So yeah, we fixed it quickly in the morning. Just one regression there and one regression here, both fixed, and now we once again have the perfectly functioning a 3-minute long model composable
crosses the step in
text to video and image to video pipeline.
Their trunks probe snow above a concealed frozen river. The mother faces the wind and shelters her calf.
So yeah, it's pretty good, and it's already done. We just download, publish. So we'll download and we'll also publish. So if you wanted to publish it in our gallery, just click on publish. It generates the metadata for you, the title, description, topics, categories for like easy categorization, and then you publish. So we also down like so we'll just we will now upload this to the YouTube, and yeah, I think we did 3 today, right? We did 3 renditions today in this demo, and you can do as many as you want now that we have everything live, even the small fixes that still needed to be made are now completely done, and we will mammoth study of Eurasia in the Ice Age blizzard. In the Ice Age blizzard. The prompt is and don't forget to turn off your GPUs once you're done, like if you are like setting up external instances, because like those will eat up your credits real fast. So I'll just turn off the vast AI instance that I just turned on for the demo in a bit once I'm done with this screencast. So yeah, don't forget to turn off your GPUs once you're done. Model settings are C dance plus C dream. Inference is GPT 5.6. That's all. Playlist is demo, and publish anyway. Alright, so we got 3 demos today, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We will be doing one more demo maybe tomorrow, but it's like I think we don't need any more demos for now, because we showcased to you all of the features that we have. You can play with your you can just get some credits and like start doing your own renditions if you're interested. And if you have questions, join the Discord. I will post it on the website, and also it's on the website in contact, or just contact us hello@samsar.one for general queries, or if you have inquiries regarding enterprise installation, etc. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye bye. And so sorry for being late. Like this was again the second time that I got tricked by that turn on the stream automatically.